Hey Eurovision fans, it's Tom coming to you for Dublin. I'm back for another Eurovision analysis video. Today we're going to be doing an update of the Eurovision scoreboard. We have 2 new entries. We're going to see what's changed. So let's kiki. So no need for timestamps, we're going to get straight into it. So in case you don't know what the Eurovision scoreboard is, it is a app where people in the community can vote on their favorite songs in the Eurovision season so far. It aggregates the points. Norway are still at the top. They've been at the top ever since Alessandra's song Queen of Kings came out a few weeks ago. Czech are still sitting strong in second place, but we have a new third place, and that is France, coming in really strongly, a little bit higher than I was expecting, because some of the reaction to this on Twitter was a little bit lukewarm, but I think that really shows that there are several communities. Like Twitter is one community in Eurovision. There's a lot of people on different websites and different medias, and some people just aren't on social media at all, just vote on the app. Interesting to see that they came really high up. Now, because they moved into third, that means Spain, Slovenia, Italy, and Estonia and Lithuania have all moved down one place, but their order is still the same. None of them have moved up or down amongst each other. We do see there's a little bit of a gulf. Estonia at 7, and then there's quite a big drop down to Lithuania. And then we have our second new entry, and that is Australia, coming in with around 41,000 points. Again, I think that's a pretty good entry, considering that rock music doesn't tend to be a favorite type of music by Eurovision fans. I think ninth is still a good placing for this. It's sitting in 4th place out of the semi-final 2 songs. There are 8 of them currently on the scoreboard, but it's only just a little bit behind Lithuania, so maybe when it gets a little bit more playtime it could rise up. So that's a pretty good place to be in. They're in the top half of the semi-final 2 songs currently on the scoreboard. Now subsequently, that means that all the other countries have moved down 2 spots because France and Australia have overtaken them. Let's have a look and see who's been most affected by France and Australia joining the scoreboard. So what I did was I took the percentage of points that everyone had before they joined and afterwards, and saw now everyone is going to lose some points. Obviously 2 countries coming in who are currently on 0, they're going to have to get their points from somewhere. They're going to take it from what's there. Average points loss is 0.9, but you can see some countries lost a lot more. So the biggest loser by far was Lithuania. So they lost 3.4% of their points. I think that's from France's fans. I think France's fans and Lithuanian fans, those 2 songs, that's probably that overlap, especially since France had so many points. She's got 112,000 points. She would be sucking up the most. So we'll think that she's responsible for around 60 to 70% of the points suck. The second biggest loser was Spain. Again, another solo female. People who are fan of the female solo songs, they've got more competition now with Lazara. And finally, the third most affected is Slovenia. Now I wonder, is that partially a Voyager coming in, Slovenia and Australia being like a little bit more similar? I think that's more the Australian effect rather than Lazara. But that rounds up the top 3 countries who were most affected by this and had the biggest drop, but no changes in the actual rankings between the previous 16 countries. Okay, let's look at the 3 countries that were least affected. So these are the countries that have the least crossover appeal with Australia and France. The third fewest was Malta, so that kind of makes sense. Second fewest was Romania, and then the least fewest was Croatia. Croatia only lost 0.1% of their points. It's really not, they lost almost nothing. So yeah, people who like Croatia don't really care that much about France and Australia. I wonder if that's because the people who have Croatia probably have it quite high, so they're not going to put anything above it. Other than the 2 entries coming in and no massive changes in the rankings, but we're going to have 2 songs joining this weekend. We have UMK happening, so that song is definitely going to have an impact. I can't see any of the Finnish songs not being quite high up in the leaderboard, so it's going to be interesting to see who do they steal points from. And then also on Sunday we have Poland's final, and that feels wide open. We do have a favourite with Gladiator, but we don't know what his performance is going to be like. Whoever wins that is going to have a big effect on whose points are taken, and this really shows that Eurovision is not just about having a great song. You need a little bit of luck, because if there's certain people whose music overlaps with yours, they're going to steal your points, both literally on the scoreboard and both metaphorically with votes at Eurovision. Okay, that's my roundup for this week community rankings. I will do more of these as more songs are added to the board. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in another Eurovision Reaction video very soon. Goodbye. Blah, 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 blah.